Ever find yourself wondering if someone's got a little crush on you? You know, those butterflies in your stomach, wondering if they feel the same spark? Well, today's your lucky day. We're diving deep into the world of secret admirers and decoding those telltale signs someone might just be head over heels for you. We'll uncover those hidden clues, from body language whispers to those not-so-subtle hints. So get ready to become a love detective and unlock the mystery. All right, let's talk body language, because sometimes our bodies speak louder than words, right? First up, eye contact. It's like a magnetic force pulling two people together. If you catch them stealing glances your way, holding your gaze for a little longer than usual, well, that just screams, I'm interested. And speaking of screams, pay attention to their smile. A genuine smile, the kind that reaches their eyes and makes their whole face light up, especially when you're around. That's a surefire sign they enjoy your company. And here's a fun one. Laughter. Do they laugh at your jokes? Even the ones that wouldn't make a pigeon chuckle. Laughter is their way of saying, I think you're hilarious, even if your jokes need a little work. We all know physical closeness speaks volumes. Notice if they tend to lean in closer when you're talking, find excuses to be near you, or maybe even accidentally on purpose brush against your arm. Those little touches, my friend, might not be so accidental after all. Oh, and here's a sneaky one mirroring. It's like when you were a kid and tried to copy your best friend's every move. If you notice they subtly mirror your gestures, like taking a sip of their drink when you do, it means they're totally tuned into you. So keep those eyes peeled for these body language clues. You know how much I love a good chat, and sometimes it's not just what someone says, but how they say it. Someone who's genuinely interested in you wants to know everything about your day, your dreams, your favorite type of cheese, you name it. They'll shower you with questions and actually listen intently to your answers. And let's not forget compliments. Everyone loves a good compliment, right? Pay attention to the sincerity behind their words. If they're constantly complimenting your intelligence, your humor, or even that sweater you're wearing, they're definitely trying to get your attention. And speaking of attention, remember how I always say to be kind to one another? Well, active listening is one of the kindest things you can do. Someone who truly cares will hang on your every word, remember little details from your conversations and bring them up later. It shows they're not just hearing you, they're really listening. One last thing, listen to their tone of voice. Do they suddenly become more animated and enthusiastic when they're talking to you? That change in tone is a dead giveaway that they find you fascinating. So listen closely, my friends. Their words might hold the key to their heart. You know what they say, actions speak louder than words, and trust me, when it comes to matters of the heart, it's absolutely true. Someone who's smitten with you will find every excuse in the book to reach out. They might text you good morning, call you just to hear your voice, or magically appear wherever you are. It's like they have a sixth sense for when you're around, and honestly, it's kind of adorable. And speaking of adorable, pay attention to the little things. Do they remember that you love peanut butter cups and surprise you with them? Or recall that funny story you told them weeks ago? Remembering those small details shows they're truly paying attention and cherish the moments you share. Now, we all lead busy lives, right? But you know what? When someone's truly interested, they'll move mountains, or at least rearrange their schedule to make time for you. Even if it's just for a quick coffee or a phone call after a long day, the effort speaks volumes. And let's not forget a little playful banter. Do they tease you in a light-hearted, affectionate way? A little playful teasing is their way of flirting and keeping things fun and interesting. So keep an eye out for those actions, my friends, because they might just reveal the true feelings of their heart. Chapter 4. Digital detectives, unraveling the social media trail. Let's be real, in this day and age, social media can be a treasure trove of clues when it comes to figuring out if someone's into you. Think of it as your own little love detective agency. First things first, are they constantly liking and commenting on your posts, even those blurry selfies you swore you'd delete? Well, that's a surefire sign they're paying close attention to what you're up to online. And when you're chatting through the digital airwaves, Do they respond to your messages with lightning speed and enthusiasm? Believe me, no one drops everything to reply LOL to a mediocre meme unless they're secretly head over heels. Another clue, sharing. Do they share your posts, articles you've written, or funny videos they think you'd enjoy? It's their way of saying, hey, look at this cool thing, I thought of you. And finally, if they're constantly tagging you in memes, commenting on your photos, or sliding into your DMs with heart emojis, well, my friend, I think it's safe to say they're smitten. So put on your digital detective hats and get ready to unravel the mysteries of their online affection. Chapter 5. Reading between the lines, direct versus indirect hints. Sometimes you just gotta love those people who wear their hearts on their sleeves, right? They'll come right out and say things like, I love spending time with you, or you make me laugh more than anyone I know. I mean, talk about refreshing honesty. But then there are those who prefer to drop subtle hints like they're in a romantic comedy marathon. These hints might come from friends who spill the beans, or you might overhear them talking about you in a positive light. Think of it as a real-life game of telephone. The message might get a little jumbled along the way, but the sentiment remains the same. And here's a classic. Their friends might start teasing them mercilessly whenever you're around. You know, those knowing glances, those sly smiles, and those ooh-la-la comments that make everyone blush. Trust me, their friends are in on the secret, even if you're not quite there yet. So whether they're shouting their affection from the rooftops or leaving a trail of breadcrumb hints, pay attention to both the direct and indirect ways they're trying to tell you they're interested. Chapter 6. Secret Language of Attraction, Non-Verbal Cues. You can't miss. All right, let's dive into the fascinating world of non-verbal cues, those subtle signals that often betray our true feelings, especially when it comes to love. Have you ever noticed someone's cheeks turning a rosy shade of red when you're around? Blushing is like a physiological giveaway that they find you attractive. It's their body's way of saying, oh my gosh, you're cute, I can't even deal. And speaking of can't even deal, have you ever noticed how someone seems a little fidgety or nervous in your presence? They might play with their hair, fidget with their clothes, or stumble over their words. It's all just a sign that they're a little flustered because, well, you make their heart skip a beat. Here's another subtle cue: body orientation. When you're having a conversation, does their body naturally turn towards you? Do they lean in as if they can't get enough of your every word? It's a clear sign that they're fully engaged and interested in what you have to say. And finally, let's talk about those peepers. Dilated pupils, those beautiful black holes in our eyes, are often a subconscious sign of attraction. When we see someone we're drawn to, our pupils naturally widen, letting in more light and giving off that irresistible bedroom eyes look. So pay attention to those non-verbal whispers. They might just reveal the secrets of their heart. Chapter 7. Conclusion. Trust your gut and go for it. So, there you have it, my friends. The 9 key signs to help you decipher the age-old question, are they into me? From those telltale body language whispers to the not-so-subtle hints, remember to trust your gut. Outro. Go get 'em, Tiger. You've got this. Remember, life's too short to wonder what if. So put yourself out there, be your amazing self, and see what happens. And hey, if it turns out they're not interested, don't sweat it. There are plenty of fish in the sea, and you're one heck of a catch. Now go on, get out there and make me proud, and don't forget to tell me all about it later.